Yo, what's going on? It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterboxer. And it is a special show today. We got a live panel show full of fans from different clubs, guys. You know, for the first time. So this is a special day, guys. Absolutely brilliant. And guys, let me introduce you to Benjamin down below, just down here. I feel like the Brady Bunch down here. To your, we got Tops. What's going on, brother?
All good, man. Big up for the invite.
No problem, man. El Pablo, what's going on? That is your name, isn't it? El Pablo.
Yes.
United Talks podcast.
Big up for the invite. Thanks. Appreciate it.
And we got Ben Dorr down below, man. So what's going on, my friends? How you doing?
What's going on? Thank you for having me on. It's like an ambush, isn't it? So,
yeah, I was watching your show earlier on. I was enjoying it, actually. I was watching your show just earlier on. It was a good time. You had the Burnley fan on, didn't you?
We're not going to kick you way down. That'd be unfair.
Nah, you can't kick a Forest fan down. I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for it.
You've probably seen it all, haven't you, mate?
I've seen
over
it
the
all.
last. How long have you been supporting Forest?
Since '91.
Wow. Is that when you played Tottenham in the FA Cup?
Yeah.
The Gascoigne broken leg.
Yeah. Spurs cheated that game. So just tell people that
it was a great free kick, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it? No, that was against Arsenal. It was
Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the one. Yeah, I remember that. But guys, we're going to start with Ben Dorr. Obviously, a lot of stuff is coming out of Nottingham Forest. It's good just to have a little bit of quiet in regards to Man United. You know that it's good just to take a back seat and watch what Nottingham Forest are doing. Sean Dyche, the new Nottingham Forest manager, and not only that, Ian Wone, Steve Stone,
legends
coming back to the football club. How do you feel about that, mate?
With Sean Dyche's appointment, I think where we are now, we need it. For me, let's say everyone sees what he's done for Burnley, what he's done for Everton, and now he's come to Forest. I won't say everyone, like 10% of Forest fans wasn't happy with it, but if you look at what we needed after what Ange did for us after 8 games, was not good at all. We just need that. As everyone sees, Dyche likes to keep his clean sheets and all that. We needed that, and we wasn't scoring goals. So for this appointment right now with Dyche and Ian Wone, who's my idol, and Steve Stone as well, we needed him. Is it a long term? We don't know. If you're honest, we just need to get away from the bottom 3 because after what happened last season, and I've been saying that I follow Forest everywhere and see Forest winning these big clubs. It's amazing to see. And yes, people say that we flopped it at the end of the season, but what happened last season, it was just something that we can forget. Everyone's expectations from this season, like I said, my expectation was to stay away from the bottom 3 because we haven't got the right to say, we should be in the top 16 like you lot. And right now, we're fourth up. We're bottom 3, and was it the right to bring Dyche in? Yes, but is he the long term? Maybe if he does well this season. And from that, Dyche is the right choice. And listen, I'm looking forward to it. And listen, everyone can be negative around him for what he did for his past clubs. And listen, I'm ready for the ride. And tomorrow we'll start against Porto in the Europa Cup.
Yeah, you got Porto, haven't you? 2-time European Cups. Four European Cups in one game. Man, it's bad. Yeah, you got Porto tomorrow. What do you think of Mykonos, though? I know he's getting a lot of scrutiny.
Marinakis.
Mykonos is the place in Greece.
Yeah. The thing about Marinakis, right? And I need to put the rival fans, when they see as a Forest fan, I see everything. And the rival fans, they don't see what we see. For what he's done for Nottingham Forest, it's just next level. He's done so much for the club, for the city. He's ambitious, and he doesn't care what anyone says. He doesn't care what the media says. He doesn't care what rival clubs say. He cares about what Nottingham Forest do. He's done well for Olympiacos. The first 2 seasons when he came to Nottingham Forest, the first 2 seasons was fighting for relegation, and then when we had Nuno last season, as I was just said, it was just amazing. If it wasn't for Mr. Marinakis, we won't be in this conversation. So people in the media, they always look at the negatives. What about the positives that he does for Nottingham Forest? And this what annoys me as a Forest fan. Like, he spent so much money. He's been at Forest since 2017, I think. And like I said, we've had our downs when we was in the championship for 23 years. We know the Premier League is going to be tough. So Mr. Marinakis, he's always had my heart for me because, like I said, he's done so much for the club. And the way, like I said, we all know what the media's like. They love rubbish. They love crap. But for as a Forest fan, Marinakis has done so well for Nottingham Forest. And listen, he's ambitious. And people say that he's what he's done this season, when he brought Ange in. Yes, he made a massive mistake bringing Ange in. But some Forest fans want to attack in football. But
so
now,
Kenny says here he's known as a thug. I mean, that's a bit unfair, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. Again, tell me, and I'm asking, what team does Kenny support? Is he a Man U fan?
Yeah, he's a Man United fan.
Right, so
Yeah, Kenny's
so let me say, does he prefer the Glaziers? I bet he wishes Marinakis was at Man U.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I wish anyone.
Who would he prefer?
End of the day, we can't talk about anyone's owners.
Exactly. So that's my point now. So, and that's what I'm saying. When a rival fan says things about Mr. Marinakis, he's this and that, they wish to have him at the club. I'm not saying that because I'm a Forest fan. I'm saying for what he did for the club. all the rival fans here is negative.
It's not just that as well. I mean, what he's also done is with how you become. I mean, this was even happening in Championship when you got promoted. The City ground was becoming full again. It was bringing people back, and then you go to that game, or you watch a game on TV or whatever. You hear that crowd. It's unbelievable. Honestly, that Forest crowd is second to none.
Listen,
you lot do not shut up for 90 minutes.
As you know, my channel is Door on Tour. I follow Nottingham Forest up and down the country, everywhere, home and away, around the world, right? And the City ground, I'm not saying because I'm a Forest fan, it's second to none. And like I said, we're moving up Mr. Marinakis. If it wasn't for him, as Forest fans, wouldn't be in this conversation of talking about European football. I'm not saying we've not reached the level. We've not reached the level of, and this respectfully, Aston Villa or Newcastle. We're not a top 6 team yet. We've got to earn it. And right now, this season, we've started bad, but with Dyche come in, maybe we get mid-table. I'll be happy with mid-table and a good run in Europa. That's me for being good. Some Forest fans will be more ambitious than I am. But listen, this season, it's just get away from the bottom 3 and be a good time in Europa. And maybe Mr. Marinakis will think next season, and he's going to think again of what he wants.
Do you think what happened with Nuno, do you think he regrets it?
Who, Nuno?
No, not Nuno.
No, but right. Again, this was Nuno's fault. This was Nuno's fault for opening his mouth. If you've got an issue with Mr. Marinakis, privately you go and talk to him. You don't put it out there and say he don't do this, he doesn't do that. And what Nuno is, what Nuno did for us last season, second to none. Amazing job for Nottingham Forest. But then he's opened his mouth. That's like saying all of us saying to our managers are this and this out in the public. What's going to happen? They're going to sack us, right? So now, Mr. Marinakis was right to get rid of him. And I look at Nuno now. Where is he now? He's at West Ham, failing.
Hey, forgot about that.
So
yeah, but
I haven't even noticed it. I haven't even noticed that.
He's had 3 games at West Ham and he's lost 3 games. But the question I have is with regards to how Marinakis. I mean, remember the field situation where he came on the pitch and he was scolding Nuno in public and stuff. Yeah. Like, is that not partly his fault, or
what? This one we can address it of what happened. No one knows what happened.
Exactly.
No one
Because we're all
knows.
trying to speculate here, right?
They can speculate. But for what they said, the striker Taro Warner nearly died.
Nearly died, yeah, facts.
Nearly died. So Marinakis is coming frustrated and thinking, this is this. Everyone can say Marinakis this, he shouldn't go on the field. It's his pitch.
Oh,
He owns the stadium.
Yeah.
So again, address with all people say is Marinakis this, Marinakis that. If it wasn't for this team, our owner, we won't be in the Premier League, and we won't be in this conversation that every time something happens, it's always the media. So I'm not gonna, and I'm not going to say.
Oh, we know that. Yeah.
I'm not going to say and come on here and say Marinakis is an angel. Yes, he's done mistakes, like any other owner, like the Man United owner, Arsenal owner. All owners do it because Marinakis he works differently to other owners. He gets the spotlight. Even the Chelsea owner. Look at the past owners Chelsea have had in the past. Because
has he got a bit of cluff about him? Has he got a bit of cluff about him? You know, he's got that winning at all costs sort of thing, isn't it? He sees the 2 stars on your chest.
He wants to win. He wants to
win. To win.
But in this time and age with social media and the way money is now, and I said again, we did well last season, and then we've got to prove again we can be in that. Right now, we're in the conversation with Brighton and Bournemouth. We want to be in that conversation with Newcastle and Aston Villa. Can we do it? It's still early days in the Premier League. Can Dyche push us to the next level? We all know Premier League is brutal. We're gonna have a highs and we're gonna have a lows. So right now, hopefully Dyche can lift the Forest team up, and especially like myself, the Forest fans, just to push on because we need wins. And we all know Marinakis is a winner, and if he doesn't. He's not. I'm not saying sack Dyche because I wanted Dyche in, and like I said, I love Ian Wone. He's always been my idol, and Dyche has got to start winning games because, as we all know,
you don't beat us next week.
I've always said that we'll win that, so I'm not worried about Man U at all.
Ain't that typical though, isn't it? Isn't it, Benjamin? That a new manager bounce sort of thing. As soon as you play Man United,
do you know what? I'd like to know how many times that's happened to us over the last 4 or 5 years.
A lot, mate. A lot, and we always seem to get a bad result. God forbid we don't get another bad result. You know what I mean?
To be fair, he would have already had 2 games in, so we might be all right.
That's true.
Top. Your result last night.
Yeah. Buzzing with it, man. Obviously, at the start of the game, I was thinking it's going to be kind of a cagey game. Atletico Madrid are a very good, obviously, European side. Arsenal, even though obviously we've been winning games, some of the games obviously we've not been winning as comfortably as I would have obviously hoped. Fulham was only 1-0. We've had a couple of 2-0s here and there, but I think the first half, even though I think Arsenal were the better team, I felt like we didn't really capitalize on some of the kind of opportunities we had. I think Saka had obviously a one-on-one that obviously Old Black saved. Eze hit the bar obviously through a deflection, and then obviously Declan Rice I think should have scored, and then obviously David Raya had a bit of a lapse in concentration, and we probably should have conceded. Simeone should have definitely scored, but I think in the second half, man, it was just from that set piece onwards. After we got that first goal, we just absolutely steamrolled them, like annihilated them. And fantastic performance. Probably one of Arteta's best European performances in terms of actually facing the big team and absolutely destroying them. Because again, Atletico Madrid beating obviously Real Madrid already this season in La Liga 5-2. Very obviously good team as well. And normally you don't really associate Atletico Madrid with obviously getting hammerings. I think that's their joint biggest European defeat in their history. So overall I was obviously happy. Yeah, I was obviously happy with obviously the set piece goal. Gabriel, it just seems like Declan Rice at the set pieces, man. It just seems inevitable, man. Him to Gabriel, it's just cash money, man. Every time we've got a corner or a set piece in a dangerous area, you just get it to Gabriel, and it's either going to be a goal or he's going to assist someone else to score. So that's obviously good to see. Again, us keeping that up. And then I want to obviously talk about Lewis Skelly, man, as well. Like that run into midfield.
You see him bursting out from that midfield, like
I mean, for me, again, he's only 18, bro. So I still think his long-term future should be in that midfield area because again, some of the kind of capabilities and some of the the attributes he has in there, being able to take on 3-4 players at once, getting past them. He's obviously eye for a pass as well. And yeah, put it on the plate. Well, I always say put it on the plate. Put a good pass to Martinelli, and it was a fantastic finish, man, into the bottom corner. First time Thierry Henry-esque, I'd say, side foot finish off the post and in. So yeah, happy about that. And then again, the big one for me is obviously Victor Gyökeres, man. He's been getting a lot of stick. Obviously, went 8 games without a goal, but for him to get 2 goals at the Emirates, man, in the Champions League, his first Champions League goals for Arsenal, I think was very important for obviously the team and for obviously his confidence as well, man. And then hopefully he can carry it on, man. But overall, perfect night, man. 4 goals, no injuries. Striker back on the score sheet, another clean sheet as well. And hopefully we can carry it on going into the Crystal Palace game, man. But yeah, overall, happy, man. Can't really have any complaints.
Tops, you know what about the thing about Arsenal? It's the defense, mate. You know, Sir Alex Ferguson said it, isn't it? Attacks win games, defense wins titles. And I think you've shored that up like proper. And as soon as you score a goal, it's like, we're not going to score. You know what I mean? And I think that is what separates Arsenal from all the others at the moment, is that they can keep a clean sheet. You know, they can win 1-0. They can grind it out. I don't think Liverpool can do that. No, I don't think Liverpool can do that. I don't think City can do that, or Chelsea at the moment. I just feel like it's yours, mate. If you don't win it this season, Tops, mate. I mean,
mate, we're never going to win it. I mean, that's the one thing I will give Arteta credit for. Obviously, he definitely needs to start winning trophies. He's been there a long time now, 6 years too long without winning the trophy. But the one thing I will give him credit for is our defensive structure, in terms of it's very difficult, not only for teams to score against us, but to even have shots. I think Atletico Madrid had 1 shot on target, but that was the first shot on target we've conceded in the last 3 games. West Ham had none. Fulham had none. So it's very difficult. And not just the actual defenders, our defensive shape. When we lost the ball in the first half, all of our players were behind the ball within like 10 seconds, where it's Declan Rice, but everyone is just so compact. So it's just hard to create clear-cut chances when you're up against Arsenal. So that defensive structure definitely, like you said, is allowing us to have a very good defensive record. Only conceded 3 goals, 1 from open play this season. I think it's 9 clean sheets out of 12 in all competitions. So very good record as well. So yeah, I think that, like you said, bro, defensively, we are a team that is very difficult to get at least chances against, never mind goals against. But then it's just kind of fixing that kind of attacking prowess for it to be a bit more fluent. So we're scoring goals more on a regular basis. Because obviously some of the criticism, obviously rival fans and maybe some Arsenal fans have, is that maybe we're too over-reliant on set pieces. If we don't score a set piece, that opening goal, are we actually going to score? Which is obviously a fair point to make. So hopefully we can see a few more opening goals from open play and then see if we can try and mix it up a bit. But overall, bro, like I said, man, I think we've got the perfect squad. We've got injuries still now. Havertz is obviously not really kicked a ball since the Man United game. Odegaard's out for another month or so. Madueke's been out since September. So we've got injuries, but we still got a really good, strong team. And even off the bench, like we didn't even bring on Trossard obviously yesterday. Like we still got a very good squad where we can rotate and change different players. So yeah, man, I think for me personally, this is now or never, man. There's no excuses. I know obviously Liverpool have spent loads of money and that's obviously their prerogative, but from an Arsenal perspective, man, if you're not going to win it with this squad, with the players that we've got, with the strength and depth, with the striker you've got, then obviously, yeah, you're probably never going to win it, man, to be honest with you. And we made a good start, so fingers crossed, man, from an Arsenal's perspective, that we can go on and actually win a league title, first one in 1 years, 2 years, whatever. So yeah, but yeah, fingers crossed we can do it, bro.
Long time ago. So basically, I'm giving you false hope. Apparently, Ellen says I'm giving Arsenal false hope. I have no reason to give Arsenal false hope. Believe me, I'm from a generation, man. I don't want to give Arsenal false hope. No way at all, man. But you have to praise where it's due, because I've seen a lot of Arsenal sides, in my lifetime, and one of the main things about Arsenal is that they're always liable to concede a goal. You always can get back in the game. And I remember when you used to play Liverpool a few years ago, or used to play Man United away from home, and you just used to get trounced on the opening 20 minutes. And you look at the difference from that to now, it's night and day, So you have to give praise where it's due. But he does need to win something.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. 100%.
You know what I mean? Are you going to be Arteta out if he doesn't win anything?
I was about to say the same thing. Are you going to? Yeah,
you know what? I'll be real. I've been thinking that we should have replaced him a few seasons ago, to be honest with you, just because for the simple fact that I feel like, for me, it wasn't even about winning the league. We haven't won anything in the 6 years. Like, we've not won a League Cup, an FA Cup, and I just feel like we're in a position where we had players good enough to even pick up a few trophies here and there. Because obviously, I'm not deluded. I know winning the Premier League and Champions League is very difficult to do. You need a top level team and probably manager as well to go with it to be able to achieve it. So, but yeah, for my kind of gripe with him is not picking up like a Europa League when we've been in it, or an FA Cup or a League Cup, because I feel like you've seen teams like Crystal Palace and Newcastle and all these kind of teams picking up FA Cups, League Cups here or there in the last 2-3 years. And you're thinking Arsenal have got a better team than these guys. How are we not even getting to a final? We've not actually been to a final since 2020, since we last beat Chelsea in the FA Cup in that COVID year. So, yeah, that's kind of been my gripe with them. But to be honest with you, bro, I'm just thinking, because I'm thinking, like, if we doesn't win something this year, there's kind of no excuses now. Because before people would say we haven't got the striker, we're playing Marino, or we're playing Havertz up front, or Jesus is not like clinical, or we had a load of injuries last year. Those kind of excuses have gone now for this season because we've got a really good squad. You've got the new striker that you wanted in as well. Like, we've got people to replace people like Odegaard, people like obviously Saka as well with Madueke if he needs a bit of a rest. So you've got alternatives to players that maybe get overplayed over and over again. Even the defense, Mascara's come in and play very well when he's obviously when Saliba got injured at the start of the season. So yeah, man, I'm just thinking if he's not going to win it in this kind of form and squad, then maybe you just give it to someone that's kind of more experienced and just knows how to get out of the line. I don't think it's the players. I think we've got the players good enough. I just think when it comes to getting over the line, it's kind of the pressure. Like when it comes to that April, March time when you know you need to win, there's a lot of pressure on the line. And we've seen it before. Arsenal teams.
What football players tend to do is towards that sort of end of the season is the one person they all look at is their manager. And if your manager's cool, calm, and he's not acting out of sorts, and you're not noticing little things in him, you don't feel that pressure either. If your manager's not feeling it, you don't feel it. That's why we won so many titles under Fergie, because Fergie never ever faltered, ever. In fact, it's probably his favourite time of the season was, April, May.
Yeah.
That was his favourite time. And, you look at Pep. Pep's another one.
Yeah.
Pep doesn't show anything like he has done in the past. But you know what I mean? When it comes to nitty-gritty in the past, and you've seen him, he's never faltered. The players follow him. Same with Arne Slot last season, and this is the problem with Arteta. Every time for the past 3 seasons, you've gone toe-to-toe with either City or Liverpool, yeah, you can tell on Arteta that he's sweating, he's nervous, he's not as composed as you want. Hold on.
Oh, Jesus.
No, God come in as well, came in as well. Got annoyed.
You mentioned Arteta, bro. That's why.
Yeah, right, like that.
You got mad.
Can I ask a question, Tops? So, if Arsenal just win a League Cup, would you be happy with Arteta?
See, in previous seasons, well, because like I was saying, my biggest frustration with them in previous years that we didn't win a trophy. In previous seasons, yeah, but that was with the caveat of people saying he hasn't got a striker or our squad isn't depth. But now we got to win a major now, man. Like we have to. Like the squad, people are saying it's the best in Europe, and I only will agree with that if we pick up some of the biggest like silverwares, because that's the metric of it.
Yeah, but the FA Cup's a big one, isn't it? Though.
Yeah, FA Cup's a big trophy. Listen, I grew up on the FA Cup. Like I've seen Arsenal win the most, obviously, again under Arsene Wenger and stuff. So I'm never gonna
competition in the world without a doubt.
Yeah, I'm never gonna poo-poo on the FA Cup. I know this new generation has brought in the kind of majors and minors, but for me, trophies is a trophy, innit? But in terms of,
can I say something, Tops? When you hear people saying FA Cup's a minor, League Cup's a minor, no, it's not. It's cup.
Yeah, it's a big trophy.
Yeah, but because there's some Forest fans out there say, "Oh, it's a minor cup." No, it's not. It's not a minor. It's a big cup. Like I'll be happy with a League Cup as a Forest fan.
Yeah. I want to win the League Cup. I've not seen actually Arsenal win the League Cup. It's been so long since 1993.
Yeah, so there's more pressure on you, though. There's more pressure.
There's more pressure. This is what I'm saying. So there's more pressure on us in terms of we've not won the league for 21 years. We've never won the Champions League. So it's like we're assembling a team to win those competitions. That's why we spent so much money. Otherwise, we could have spent hardly like he won an FA Cup without spending any money in the first 6 months. So yeah, he's got to be a major for me.
But I feel also that Arsenal has been progressing, but there's nothing to show for it for like 5-6 years. And then if you had won maybe 3 seasons ago, you won the Carabao Cup, and then 2 seasons ago you won like the FA Cup. You're like, okay, now next level.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But now there's nothing, and you guys like Arteta always gets to. And I was going to talk about it, but you hit the point when you get to the running like February, March, April. They start thinking about Champions League. We have to win the league, and then that pressure sets in. So because setting their sights on just the league and the Champions League, every other cup doesn't matter. Every other trophy doesn't matter. And that is where Arteta's problem comes from. Win something first. And then use that to build up like to the next level. Okay, say we've won the FA Cup, we've won the Carabao Cup. Now what's next? Henry said something on the overlap or stick to football or something where he talked about, Arsenal in 5 years haven't won anything, but Man United in 5 years have been to 5 finals or 6 finals or whatever the case. That is something. But Arsenal hasn't been to any final. That's the challenge, right? 5-6 years, no final. So it's a problem.
I agree. And I think part of it is also with the team that you built. Remember the whole young team came in and everything. I think that was the perfect time to at least. I know you got the FA Cup in 2020, but along the way you also bought other players.
Yeah,
you want them to win something, experience, getting a winning feeling, maybe even experience the quarterfinals, semi-finals in those little competitions to get over the line. So then when you go to the Champions League or go to like Eddie, or even when you're in the running, you've dealt with pressure. I know the pressure is not the same, and I know the teams you face aren't the same all the time, but you get the point where just being there, okay, I need to get through this to get to the next stage and stuff like that. I think a lot of the seasons you've seen that when they got to the running, it's almost like a deer in the headlights. You know what I'm saying?
It's just cave in.
What's going on? What's going on? Like, and everyone else, like a City, knew exactly what to do, how to perform in it. You felt like over the years they were so calm, whereas Arsenal was almost like, we need to just get to the end. We just get to the end. You know what I mean? And it hasn't always worked out. This is why, especially with the whole young team thing, you always have to try win stuff along the way, just so that the players also get full winning, and they don't necessarily get too comfortable, knowing also how much some of the players are on. So sometimes they just get comfortable saying, I'm on, one of the best clubs in the country, wherever. I'm already get paid. I'm too comfortable now. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no more. I want to win more than what I'm winning at the moment. So yeah, man, I agree with you.
Yeah. Just to obviously go back and.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, go on.
Nah, just to quickly go about obviously Yes's point as well. Yeah, just in terms of like when you were saying about obviously the pressure and stuff. Like good examples in last season was when we played PSG and Newcastle. Against PSG, we beat them in the group stage when there's no pressure. But when it came to the semi-finals, we lost both games. Same with Newcastle, we beat them at the Emirates. But in a League Cup semi-final with pretty much our best team, Bar Saka, who was injured, we lost both games home and away. So it's not even like the opposition that we can't beat them. It's just in that position where there's a pressure that we know we're going to get to a final and we need to get into this kind of winning mentality, or we're out of the competition. We kind of falter. So
here's a question for you.
Go.
If you had a Hans Flick at Arsenal, do you think you would have won the league by now?
Probably, yeah. I think so. I think it's based on what your point you made earlier, bro, in terms of having a manager that has been there before, knows what it takes, knows what to say in these kind of pressure situations. Even when you look at Slot, the fact that he won a league in final, he knows what to say to win a league title. It doesn't matter what division it is or what kind of league it is or country. He knows what to do and what to say. Arteta doesn't know what to say that works, that makes us get over the line. So
he would, because he was in the dressing room with Pep.
Yeah, you would think so.
That's
Pep.
Let me explain it, because Ajax, the guy who's managing Ajax now is the guy that was second in command to Slot last season, and he's failing completely at Ajax
badly.
So the point I'm making is watching someone else do it and dealing with everyone. It's not the same when you actually have the reign and you have to deal with everything. I think, we think sometimes we feel like the assistant coach, whatever it is so involved that almost some people say that he does most of the work and he does the coaching. But when you're the guy that has to make the decision whether you're gonna have to sub someone on off, when you do it, the tactics is not the same as watching someone else do most of the work, or depending on how each club does it or team does it. But
also, if you look at the most successful managers, you can look here, you can look in Spain, Italy, Germany, all over the world. Every single one of them have all had massive personalities.
Yep, facts.
So, guys, have you all given up on the league? Chelsea, Yasser, what are you saying?
No, not necessarily. I feel like for me, it's more we're in it to we're not in it. That's the same thing I've said, because my thing has always been, obviously last season my aim was top 4 and a trophy, and then obviously I have to upgrade from that. Like, I can't be saying, okay, we're in the top 4 now, let's just stay here. You know what I'm saying? But So for me, the way I judged what I wanted to see this season, because I was thinking, oh, maybe depending on how other teams did in the transfer window and how much they added and whatever you want to look at. My thing was mostly I'm looking at it from the sense, okay, maybe we didn't do enough in the transfer window for me to say that we can win the league. When I look at what maybe how Arsenal have upgraded and how long they've been together, and you get it, like how much there's like a everyone knows what to do. You get it? Like there's a more like a continuation at Arsenal, whereas with Liverpool they brought a lot of quality as well. I didn't see myself around that, so I thought depending on how City performed, I put myself. I think it was second or third. I don't remember, but it was one of those two. I put it depending on how City was, because I think City was the one I wasn't really sure about. You can never count that Pep in it, you know what I'm saying? But I put Liverpool first, and I think one of those second. So, yeah, I think we're in it till we're not in it, and obviously depending on how far you get through the season, and we've already seen some cracks at Liverpool, which I never expected, and you know we don't know what can happen in the future with Arsenal, but we've had our own problems, and I think maybe if you get to the end of this, like towards the end of the season, and you're still there, you might be able to pounce. You never know. Do you know what I mean? You never know.
You never know, innit? That's what I'm saying. It's like, even with United, I know like people are going to start laughing again. Yeah, United are going to win the league, blah, blah, blah. But I think you never know. You know, you win a couple of games, you know, you get that addiction, you get that feel, you know, and if we just beaten Liverpool away from home. There's nowhere we can go now that is going to be like that. You know, so we've got this confidence about ourselves quietly, I think. If we go and win the next 5 games or 3 games, something like that, I think we can be in the title challenge. Title charge, man. Honestly, against the odds. Against the odds,
like, that was funny.
I believe it. I believe it. I'm one of the most positive United fans out there. I believe we can. You know, I believe we win a couple of games. I think we got Brighton at home, Nottingham Forest away. Sorry, mate. And then we got.
You think you'll beat Forest?
We got Forest away.
Yeah, but you think you beat us?
That's
Yeah,
very
man, what are you
possible.
talking about?
Very possible. Very.
You know what game I was at, Ben?
What
game
you Man U fans been drinking? Come on, man.
We were drunk when we beat Liverpool. So I mean, in the first 8 games of your season, you face the potential top 4.
40% of the games. 40% of the games we played top 4.
Yeah.
We'll wait. We'll see. We'll get to that conversation. We'll get to that conversation.
Chelsea, Liverpool, and we beat 2 of those 4. Come on.
Because you not beat Liverpool.
And the Arsenal one, we were unlucky.
Yeah. Facts.
Because you not beat Liverpool and Chelsea, you think you'll beat Forest?
Oh, mate.
We'll see.
Hold on.
I've seen us beat Forest 8-1.
Hold on. Didn't Forest just get hammered by Chelsea?
Who do we have as manager?
Oh yeah, now it's the manager. Oh my
God. Yeah, no, they won 3-0. Yeah. Yeah, so what's going on with Garnacho, man? What's going on with my boy? What's happening?
Can you take him back? I never wanted him in the first place, bro. I can't lie. Like he's doing exactly what I thought he would do if you give him opportunities on the pitch. And I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this is one of those one of the directors wanted him so much that instead of keeping the 40 million and just getting, I don't know, a centre back, a goalkeeper, or something like that, he ended up paying for Garnacho. Now, I kind of get part of it because I know that Garnacho is like a brand, like one of those players that has this brand connected to him. So no matter how much he is, because we're known for selling players for profit, as Tops knows. It's one of those things, you know what I mean, where maybe they said, well, 40 million for him right now or 35, 40 million is for him right now. It's cheap. We can send him to someone else for 60 next season. Because we still have to make money to sell these players. So with the whole UEFA thing,
I honestly think he's gone in the summer.
Huh?
I think
he will be gone, and I think Tops. He needs a left winger.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. You've done this to me too many times. No more,
bro. You know what I mean?
No more.
He knows.
You've been Chelsea's dumping ground, though, isn't it?
Oh my God! For the longest time, bro. Havertz, man, Awakey, Louise. I can reel them off, man. But I was gonna ask Yasser a question as well, bro. I was gonna ask you, man. Do you think you've got like a discipline problem? Because I remember last season Arsenal had like 3 or 4 red cards in the first 5 games.
Yeah. Sorry.
Isn't this a record for most consecutive red cards in games?
Yeah, I heard something like that.
I think if you include the manager, because Maresca got sent off a couple of games ago as well.
Oh yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, do you think you have, man? And if you do, how do you think you're gonna like obviously combat that as well, bro?
I don't necessarily think it was. Like, I don't think it was because the Sanchez one, we've always known he's an idiot. Do you know what I'm saying? That's normal. He lost us the whole game. Now, because 11v11, there's no way I was thinking I'm not gonna beat United. Do you know what I mean? So that was a weird one. If we look at which one was the other one? The Chalobah one.
Chalobah.
That was a stupid pass from Santos. Do you get me? And maybe you should have let him go. That was also like a decision making thing. Because I think when you say discipline problem, sometimes I think that with your red cards, remember Tops, with your red card, it was the whole Rice kicked someone.
Yeah,
Or you get it,
Trossard
and then
kicking it away.
was it the Trossard? He jumped into the guy's back. Do you get it? And then he kicked the ball out. So some people say he could have got 2 yellows for that, not one.
Yeah, I hear it.
Get it? So it was more of the way he was, and that season you were known for the whole dark arts thing, whatever. A bit different. We were making dumb things. We make dumb decisions that in places where you can get red card. The Chalobah one, he was the last man. The goalkeeper one, last man. João Pedro, I don't know. He made people were saying one of them wasn't a yellow, so when he got the other yellow, it was like, okay, it's a red now. So I don't necessarily think that our manager was just celebrating is what it is. He's a winner, you know what I'm saying? Like, he scored last minute winner. So it's not me avoiding it. I just don't I haven't seen this kind of thing before. Like at my club, it was only really Diego Costa at the end that was doing that. Not even then, we weren't even getting red cards like that. So I don't necessarily think it's not lashing out. It's just sometimes like the Gusto one was a bit okay. You already know you're on a yellow. I don't know why I did that. Do you know what I mean? We just as we thought we ended the whole red card thing, we kept it going. But yeah, if you look at it in isolation, you realize it's not really a discipline problem. It's just moments, and the same way we kind of lost a lot of games in the season.
You've only got to look at how soft people are getting yellow cards and red cards now. I mean, you've only got to look at that Ahmad tackle on Sunday, getting a yellow card for that. You've got who got sent off for Arsenal against Wolves away?
Oh, Lewis
Kelly.
Yeah, that was a record, yeah.
Like that was absolutely. I was absolutely flabbergasted he was sent off for that.
Yeah, that was atrocious.
You just look at it now and you just think, oh my God, what is going on? The referee, honestly, I've said this to Sal in the past, and I still maintain it. I really do think there is in-game fixing with VARs and referees, because there's too many things, there's too many decisions that you're looking at and you're going, how was that? That penalty against you boys, first game of the season, when Cunha went down, and we were all like, I bet you must have thought that's a penalty. No way, that's not a penalty. And then you just go, how's that not been given? That's a clear and obvious penalty. And then you look at other ones where are just not penalties, and you think, wow, that's soft. And this is why I'm convinced these referees are just influencing the game for their own benefit, if you get what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on, but something's not right with referees and VAR and stuff like that. There needs to be more transparency with it, transparency with what's been saying in the, from Stockley. Where is it? Stockley Park.
Yeah.
Stockley Park to the referees. People need to be listening to what's being said, because in the minute, every time we watch a football game, we just don't know what bad decision is going to come. There's a bad decision in at least 1 to 2, maybe 3 bad decisions that change the course of a football game for everyone in the league, almost every single game now. And that never happened, ever. 10, 15 years ago, you had referees who could referee football games. And they knew how to control the game. You had none of this crap that we see now. And for me, I just think, it's just something not quite right.
Apparently, we had Fergie had the referees in his pocket, isn't it? That's what they say. That's the narrative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apparently, that's what they like to bring up, because we were successful. So they say that, we had the referees in the pocket.
The only thing I don't like about recent times, just if you about to win a game and it goes to extra time, them and let's say, you know what, let's add 10 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
That's the
8
only
minutes
one,
against
yeah, I
Liverpool.
don't like.
Yeah.
You know, if you're winning 2-1, like you scored in 85th minute, or you're drawing, you just about got it, and you think, you know what, there's nothing that happened in that second half to stop the game.
Yeah.
And then
What
they add
happened at
10
the
minutes.
weekend against Liverpool? 8 minutes. Where did
8
that come
minutes.
from?
Yeah, we
Hell
were
did that
saying that.
come
No, actually, like, why we got 8 minutes now? Nothing happened. So
That's the
they
other way around.
sometimes
It's
do
3
that.
minutes. Liverpool.
They do that sometimes. That's the only thing that. Other than that, I just think the referees aren't that smart, innit? You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's lucky because you can't mess up with that level of
The
technology.
thing is, mate, the
Yeah.
thing with English football is very cultish, you know, and a lot of these referees have supported other clubs from other places, and they're probably a lot of them are probably fans of rival clubs.
I've always said VAR needs to be, if you can get English-speaking foreign ex-players, you know, like from Italy or Germany or Spain, wherever, and you put them in the VAR, right, who are completely neutral, who've got no affiliation with no football team that's playing on that day, yeah, right, put them in VAR because they know the game better than 3 people that have never ever played football or never played at a professional level.
Maybe like a Champions League thing, innit? You just have all these random refs just reffing your games. Like maybe you just share refs from other countries.
Yeah, they need to bring European refs in, innit? They need to do that.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
long overdue. Bring in some European refs from around the world. They got
Standard
European players.
refereeing is terrible. There's
Yeah,
better
but will that make Man U win more games then if you bring more European referees?
That's
No, if you keep complaining about referees this and that, if you bring in foreign referees,
Listen, let me tell you something. I think Yasser will know. I think Yasser will know this one. We lost the league title on an offside that was about 2 yards offside. All right, Didier Drogba. Yeah, he was offside.
Yep.
2 yards.
2
right,
yards.
and we would have won the league that season. Right, there's been a number of opportunities.
So,
Like Champions League.
you know what it is?
I've heard so much excuses from rival fans about this, that, and the other. You didn't win it, and that was it. You just stop blaming refs, man.
You know what it is? Them times Sal was screaming for VAR. Now he doesn't want VAR no more.
I was at the Stretford end that day. I saw it was offside, and I was behind Drogba, and I saw it was offside. I was behind him. I could see him. He was offside, miles. You know what I mean? It was madness, man. It's madness. But yeah, look, you know, there's always going to be an element of sinister things that go on in football, you know, and that's with everyone, you know, in regards to that. Mainly Liverpool, but with everyone else as well. Do you know what I mean? But I think the referee situation now, like, it's got worse than it's ever been. I think, you know,
Definitely.
it's not just that it's against Man United. I'm not talking about that.
You want to say it?
But
Stop lying. You want to say it because of Man U?
No. I'm not going to blame anyone.
I think
Stop. Do you think it is as well? Do you think it is? They want to say, oh, because referee this, referee that. Come on, man. I could say, oh, Forest are not playing well because it's referee's fault. No, it's not. It's the player's fault. Stop blaming referee.
No, you're not getting me. I'm saying the refereeing standard is bad in every single Premier League game. I'm on about over the course of the Premier League. That's what I'm on about. I'm not on about Man United. I'm on about for everybody. The standard of refereeing is absolutely shite.
It is. It's the worst it's ever been.
It's got to stop.
I think also the rules changing constantly is something that it's confusing. I think every time, all of a sudden, we don't know what the handball rule is in the box. We don't know, like, you know, every year it changes. I mean, it has to be neutral body position. Then it's like, you know what I mean? Then it's subjective because you might think it's neutral, I might not think it's neutral. There's so many things that change every season, and then I think you don't actually know the decision they make. Then it's about, for me, I've always said that if there's a penalty or if there's a decision, just why doesn't the referee just run straight to the thing monitor, checks it, and then runs back? Like, why do you have to have a 20-minute conversation? And then, okay, I'm going to go check it now. And then you don't know what he's been told. Because then I want that decision to fall on the ref. I want him to make that decision. Then we know, you know what, the referee made that decision, not some random guy on a computer.
Yeah, I think what's happening, Yasser, as well, is that the refs, when they're getting told, obviously in the VAR, they're actually, the whoever's telling them is actually re-reffing the game. I don't know if you've seen the clip or the audio that was put out after the Newcastle Arsenal game, and obviously Arsenal got awarded a penalty, then they overturned it. It was basically, I think it was Kevin Friend that was basically trying to convince the referee that giving the penalty not to give it. And it's like, this is not how VAR should be used. You should literally be telling him, okay, this is the incident if you want to have a look at it again, and then you still make the decision. You shouldn't be re-reffing the game, because then you just get 3-4 different refs reffing the one game, and then it's very inconsistent, because one ref would give something, another ref would give another thing, but because it's another ref on VAR. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. So yeah, I think the way they use VAR needs to be changed. I think, obviously, Yasser was saying, go to the monitor, but have no kind of influence in your ear in terms of you should be changing this or you've made the wrong decision. Let the guy actually just watch it, and if he still wants to stand by his decision, he just stands by it, and then you've just got one person to blame then, because obviously he's seen it and he still thinks it's a penalty or a red card, etc. But there's too many chefs in the kitchen, in my opinion.
There's also one problem as well that is becoming an ongoing problem. Yeah, shut up. Once it goes to VAR, almost 99% of the time, you know damn well the ref is going to change.
They're telling him to change it.
Because it's almost like a natural reaction. They go, oh, they told me to go to VAR, so I must be wrong. That's before they've even looked at it.
Yeah.
Like Ben, do you remember? I know what happened with him, but you know he was at the screen for about half an hour trying to, it was Michael Oliver in his ear. He was telling him it's a penalty, and he was saying, no, it's not a penalty. I guarantee you. And it was Michael Oliver who said, trying to think it was a penalty.
That shouldn't be happening. Yeah. No other ref should be influencing another ref on what is a penalty and what's not, or what is a red card and what is not a red card. That referee should have a subjective view by himself. All a referee or a VAR official should be saying is, please can you go look at the screen? And this isn't just for, like, this is for everything. Like, please can you go look at the screen and have another view at it? And that's it. That's all they've got to say. You don't have to say, I think you could be wrong here, or I think you need to look at, because that, as soon as you say that to somebody, they instantly doubt themselves.
Yep, you planted a seed, so it makes them to doubt whatever.
Sometimes they watch it way too many times. Like, you can see it once. You know when they show you the angle behind the ref.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you've missed the challenge, especially if they haven't showed you on the screen multiple times, whatever, before the ref goes to the monitor. And then you go over and then you look, and you can see the challenge, you can see everything, and then he wants to see the bird's eye view, wants to see the side view. I'm like, bro, we've seen it already. Get on with the game. To get it, like, so because sometimes it kills momentum in games.
It's heading towards that.
Just waiting.
Some of these VAR decisions go on for about 4 or 5 minutes. It's ridiculous.
And that's why they add those extra 8 minutes at the end of the game, which kind of gives the other teams extra time. Like, you look at the game in the weekend.
Or maybe to add something to spice the whole thing up. And it's more of that than it is because it's deserved.
Yeah. If you look at the game in the weekend, the Arsenal game where Saka was tackled at the edge of the box by Sessegnon, and then they started checking it, check different angles, front, back. But we could see from the first slide that he had a touch of the ball, but in the process of touching the ball, his knee touched Saka's thighs. But Saka, obviously, when he feels a touch, he's definitely going to go down. So if you want to make a decision,
it's like that penalty Arsenal got the other week where it was completely outside the box.
Exactly.
How can you get something like that so wrong?
Yeah. So, and also, like even just William saying, VR kills the goal celebration, and it's like it messes everything up. You've celebrated, you've rejoiced, you're happy, and the next thing you're doubting. Even in the Liverpool game, Gakpo scored and wasn't sure if he actually really scored. Then, which leads me to my next question, guys. What do you guys think about this semi-automated VAR? Because even with the semi-automated VAR, they still waste time looking at, if someone is offside or not. So what do you guys think?
Offsides.
Yeah, the offside, semi-automated offside.
You know what they should have? You know what should they have? They should have like the cricket rules. You have 2 appeals. That's it. Just have 2 appeals. And you can appeal it. That's it. And you can choose. Once you've taken the appeal, that's it.
They're bringing that in for the 20s World Cup, aren't they?
Yeah, seeing that. Yeah, they are bringing that in. That rule.
Yeah, the one with the cards. The coaches have like appeals. 2 cards.
Honestly, becoming American football.
Yeah, it is, man.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you about some of the fan channels and stuff. I want to ask about Yardman with Arsenal a bit. Yeah. Do you think that I mean, I've got respect for Yard, man. I got, and stuff like that. But do you think that these guys are helping Tops in regards to Arsenal in their quest to win a title and or Champions League or something like that? Because it's becoming a little bit of a gimmick, isn't it? It's coming a little bit crazy in the Arsenal at the moment with the fan channels and stuff. I just wanted to know your opinion on it because
I mean, I think everyone's entitled to their opinion. Now, I agree. Like obviously, you can tell some people obviously play up to it because they know they're gonna get certain obviously attention. Or maybe some people looking for viral moments. But I think in terms of obviously I've watched the Yardman. In terms of actually what he's saying, I can understand his point of view in terms of he's not gonna get too excited or he's been here before. He wants to see the team and Arteta get over the line before he starts celebrating, which is fair enough because again, a lot of Arsenal fans have been waiting a long time for not just a trophy, but a Premier League title. So from that perspective, I get what he's saying. But yeah, I get it, man. I think in terms of obviously fans in general, man, I think obviously everyone's entitled to their opinion. You have some like ultra positive fans that are just positive for the sake of it, and there's actually no kind of logic behind how positive they are. And then you get kind of the negative ones that will just won't give any kind of credit to anything. And again, it's just always doom and gloom, which I don't think is the case either. So I think for me, it's always about having a really good balance between obviously knowing that, okay, your club might be going into the right direction, but you're not really where you want to be yet. So you got to obviously be a bit more grounded and also as well, praising what you have seen and thinking, you know what, this is obviously a good step. But again, we can criticize when it's due, when the team or the players that perform at their natural ability, man. So yeah, in terms of the fan channels and stuff, I think you're always going to get obviously the few fans that are going to probably.
What about the people make merchandise, bro?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's crazy. I mean, that's not something
don't get me started on fan channel merch, man. We've got one as well. Just
big up Wolfie, man. That I'm saying.
Does he own United stand and he pretends he's a United fan? Is that the one you're on about? He's really
he's the biggest Forest fan. What are you talking about, Ben?
I'm talking about the biggest Forest fan that I know.
No.
Wolfie, Forest Fan TV.
Oh, him.
You ain't heard of Wolfie?
The one that looks like Ange. No comment.
I think fan channels are the way forward anyway, isn't it? It's just like
why is it? No, you know what? With fan channel, like
I'm tired of hearing Sky Sports narratives, man. I'm tired of listening.
It's not that. Like the fan channels, right? Said I see it differently to what like with Arsenal Fan TV. They follow everywhere.
Yeah.
Like Arsenal Fan TV. What do they do? They don't do much.
I just know the guy, one of the guys who does the content on that. I think Sal knows, I don't know if you know Wolfie or not, but I think he's one of those. It's just, and because he made the joke about the merch thing, and he wants merch. That's the only reason I said Wolfie, because you're a Forest fan. But
I don't talk to him. I don't really interact with him.
He's a good guy, man. But in general, like with the whole. I think when the question first started about the channels and
last question, what makes you a fan of that channel? What do you do? Because he likes to rage bait on everyone.
Oh no, but that's more the whole entertainment aspects because he comes.
It's fake, isn't it? I call it as fake. It's like when you mentioned
it's different though. Like I look at it different. So everyone, we could either come here and have like a normal football conversation. I agree, you agree, kind of thing, and then there's the whole entertainment aspect where people want to see me, a Chelsea fan, go against Sal or Tops or that kind of thing. I think that it's kind of extended to where people actually watch people on YouTube just to see some, different. Not like a little back and forth.
I respect that, but sometimes with YouTube, you can be this different on YouTube to the real world.
I agree, and this is what I wanted to get to. I agree with you because this is something that the channel that Sal was talking about, the Arsenal one, that's what they used to do. Like it used to be, they were known first about being negative, and now it's still where you've been very positive, and everyone turns on the people that are like. It's some channels either have this whole direction and the whole, they want to create a narrative and stuff like that, or they want to see how they can benefit of X, Y, and Z. There's some people that just do it for me. It's always about being honest. Do you get it? Because that's why you get being. Well, that's why
there's been honest or just doing it for YouTube.
Essentially.
I'm not a fan of it. Me personally,
I agree with you.
I've done YouTube for since 2017. I'm not a fan of it. Of being YouTube like Arsenal Fan TV. people see what they do on YouTube outside the football ground. They're both different. And me being a Forest fan, and there's loads of Forest content creators out there who do good. Not a fan of some of them, but the one you're referring to, I don't see it.
Some of them are right. Like, so I've had judges on here on my channel before. I know a few of them. Then they're proper.
You got lead judges. I like lead judges.
Yeah, like judges and all these guys. They're good people. They're good people. I'm just having a because I was speaking to someone today about it, and he was trying to tell me that, oh yeah, but why is he making merchandise and stuff like that? If he cares about the club, why would he feel the need to make merchandise about Arteta out and stuff like that? Look, you know what? Arsenal fans, right? They don't know what they have at the moment. You know, I know they haven't won anything, but before Arteta came into that job, man, I mean, Arsenal were banter. Do you know what I mean? They were banter. And the way he's got them playing now, they got the remedy for success. They got the remedy. I haven't got it yet, but they got that remedy for success. And it reminds me of a little bit like George Graham, when George Graham was manager of Arsenal, when he got that defense fixed, and then now he's getting the attack fixed. And I just feel like he's done a remarkable job at Arsenal. I know he's not won anything, but I think he's done a remarkable job at Arsenal. And I think he gets treated a little bit unfairly sometimes, and that's it. But the thing is, the people call him arrogant, isn't it? They think he's arrogant and stuff. But most managers are, to be honest with you, isn't it? Look at Ange Postecoglou.
Oh,
yeah, but he said he's going to win in his second season, and he did. So some people have the arrogance, and it actually.
Oh, you had to go there, Yasser, didn't you?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying.
The fact though, with Ange, like I said, he didn't do good at all with Forest, but at the same time, it wasn't his fault, because he's coming to a club with. Midway through the season, he played against Arsenal, lost to Arsenal, and then he had no time with the players. But it's like I said, it's performance on the pitch that done him big time. Yeah. So listen, all you know what it is? All football fans are fickle. That's the problem. We're good, we're bad. That's the issue. And
but I think in most of those games that Forest played, I think I watched a couple. They were playing well. And the reason I watched Forest was because of the midfielder, your number 8, Anderson. Yes, William. So
and you're not, and Man U fans, you're not getting him. Just to make it clear, you're not getting him. I saw the little links with it, and you're not getting him.
You think?
100%. Man, you can't afford him.
He's on the list.
You're not getting him.
He's on the list.
Listen, man, I understand transfer gossip and all that, but do you really think Man U's got the money to spend 80 million on him?
Yeah, but do you think he's 80 million? Is he 80 million? That's
I don't think he's 80 million, though, is he?
Yeah.
Well, on the pitch,
I know Marinakis is hard to do business with, but is he 80 million? That's the thing.
So since he's been at Forest, has it been worth it?
Worth being at Forest, or worth being a good player?
No, right now. Come on. Right now, how much?
Nah, more than that.
Nah,
Gibbs was going to go for 60.
You know what annoys me? I'm not trying to be respectfully. When these circle of big teams think they can just pickle the Forest, I think, we can get in 50 million. No.
Yeah, but you sold Elanga, one of your best players last season, for
how much?
52. And he's better than Elanga.
60 million. 60
yeah,
million.
but they're both playing different positions.
They're both in positions.
I love
Elliot Anderson.
I love the way he plays and stuff. I mean, and you guys got him for cheap, like how much? 10 million for Newcastle or something?
No, we went for 35 million.
35.
Yeah. So
right now, the way he's England international.
Yeah.
He's man of match.
The hype as well. So
he's in England squad as well.
No, I'm not saying about the hype in him. I'm just saying the media hype around him is
the media hype Tottenham, don't they? And everyone sees them as a top club. I know everyone hypes up Tottenham, don't they? And they're saying they're a big club.
Yeah.
But Elliot Anderson, as a Forest fan, there's the difference when you're not being a Man U fan and you say, he's not worth that 50 million. The way he's been doing, like international, he was fantastic last season. I think he started well for us this season. Yeah, he's gone downhill under Ange, but I feel
he didn't go downhill. He was performing. Trust me, I watched him.
No, he's been performing, but I personally think 8 million is a stretch. I say maybe between 60 and 70 million he's worth now. But Man U fans, you're not getting him. You're not getting him. Just find someone else.
I like that guy.
Because let's say a Baleba, people were talking about 100 million, yeah? With the way he's performing now, would you spend 100 million on him?
No, man.
No,
not great.
So it
We,
can
we
change.
offered
I'm giving up
55,
right now.
didn't we?
So it can change, and it also depends on the player. Is it because certain thing going on? Is he actually worth more? Like this other aspects, innit? I wouldn't go against the whole Anderson 60 million. I know that sometimes, from what I've seen from him, he looks like a really good player. So I know that with this, I wouldn't say smaller teams, but the teams lower down the table and stuff, they will also put the price up because they know that we want that player, innit? So
Yep.
just that part and parcel of how it goes, like. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
If you want to pay the money, that's all I'm saying. Don't say you're broke. Yeah, don't pay the
Yeah.
money.
No, but that's the tactic now, right? We say we're
I
broke.
thought Man U were broke anyway. Didn't
That's what I'm saying.
That's
say
why
we're
that's
broke,
why you ain't got the money.
and then money comes up from nowhere.
They're not
That's
broke.
the thing. Stop
Nah,
asking
they're not
saying
broke.
that you want these players because you're not getting them. Give us 80 million, we can have him. No, 100 million and have him.
Oh no, my God!
Now you push it.
So
100 million.
not enough for not a selling club then. Like no one can have him now. They're not a selling club,
They keep him.
No, listen, mate, if you want to do business with Marinakis, then do it properly. Don't come thinking giving us
Marinakis is tough to do business with, man.
exactly. So that's my
Nah,
point.
he's-
So you lot, so
Wow.
the big clubs like a Chelsea or Man
Yeah.
City, they think they can pinch little clubs. I'm like, no, listen, we've got players like Anderson.
We don't pinch, bro. We pay the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Chelsea,
Chelsea can have Muller for 120. No, and that's what it is.
We
Yeah.
just pay the money, man. You know what I'm saying? We tried to pinch United for Garnacho. That's what we tried to do, and then we just ended up
Bro.
we tried to pinch like bigger teams. I think with the smaller teams, a lot of the time we just pay the money, bro. Brighton, we paid them for Caicedo. Benfica, we paid them. Like we pay everyone that we get the players from. People did, but this is why also a lot of people used to get onto us and say, "Well, we spent this amount of play on a young player." We paid 45 million for Esteval. I think it can rise all the way up to 45 million.
So my question with these big players, you spend like over 100 million on like Enzo, like Caicedo. Do you think that their value have gone up, especially with Enzo Fernandez? Do you think his value has gone up a little bit, or still there?
Me personally, no. I think Enzo Fernandez is a weird one, isn't it? Because some people say he's performing, some people say he's not. This season, I wouldn't say so. Last season, I think he had a good season. He looks like he's one of them guys that starts slow and then he goes later on. He kind of plays better.
Yeah.
And I think the Poch season kind of fooled everyone as well because that was similar to what like a Liverpool's was going through. We were calling it the Poch Island, and where there was only one guy in midfield and all this kind of stuff. So it doesn't help the player. But I think with Enzo, sometimes when you pay so much money for a player, you don't see where the rest of the money comes from. So what I mean by that is like, okay, you're saying maybe you want to get Anderson for 50 or 60 because if he does play better and he wants to move on, he can sell him for 100.
Yeah.
So, but this depends on the market. Is the market gonna go crazier than it's going now? And if he does, with Enzo, for example, he's one of those players that where, usually from our clubs, if a player is trying to go higher than our clubs, where do they go? Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, something like that, right? So the money either will be spent or they end up leaving for free. This is why we give people 8-year contracts. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't get out of it. You know what I mean? At least get your money back. You know?
Yeah. So because I know Bayern Munich are good at pinching, Real Madrid are good at taking players on a free. So, like, where does that leave?
Would you take Endrick on loan in January? And a lot of people are saying I wouldn't take him, etc. I think he's been a little bit painted with the same brush a little bit because we purchased obviously Varane from Real Madrid and Casemiro, and they say we shouldn't buy players from Real Madrid anymore.
Yeah.
Do you think that it wouldn't be a bad idea to get Endrick on loan, considering like just imagine that we loan out Xerxes, for example. Ahmed goes to AFCON.
Stupid, bro. If you loan out Xerxes.
Well, Ahmed is going to. He wants to get in the World Cup, doesn't he? And we're not giving him first team football. But he might get it this time because obviously AFCON's coming.
But do you think a Xerxes would help you in terms of if you played him up front? Because this is what I said when Amorim came in. I said, or especially when you got Cunha and Mbeumo, or when we realized he wants to play with 2 10s, I was thinking he can get. And look, and I know this is United channel, so they might be like, I kind of looked at him. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Berbatov, Not completely, but he has this thing where he has a very good first touch. He's very calm on the ball, can hold the ball up and everything. And he's one of those players that drops deep
Yeah,
and
receive the ball.
he usually scores goals when he arrives to like in the box. So what he does is he'll pass it off to like a Bruno when he goes deep, and then he can switch the ball over to one of the wide players, and then he runs in the box and he arrives at the perfect time. That's the kind of players I've seen him. And I think Ten Hag tried to use him like he was Hoyland. He was going to sprint on the high, like, in behind. And I think similar to what Amorim's trying to do, because this is why he had Gyökeres, and now he ended up getting a Sesko who are good in running in behind. I think you're not necessarily using him in a way that suits him the most. And I think that's why you're also not seeing more from him. So if you don't do that, I think maybe just send him on loan, because I think if he doesn't suit the system or the manager's not adapting anything, so I think you might as well just send him on loan and get someone that you actually need.
Yeah,
but that would be Kendrick though. That I don't know about that.
Yeah, to Sal's question about Hendrick. Hendrick is kind of like a striker. He's like your very aggressive
midfielder, winger.
Wing kind of stuff. So who does it take off in the 2-10? We already kind of loaded in the 10s. And
I'm thinking more on the lines of like when the AFCON comes, obviously, because we got until the 21st of January. If they go the way, obviously we're going to have Mbeumo, we're going to have Ahmad going to the AFCON, Mazraoui going to the AFCON as well.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit concerned about that, you know, especially on our right hand side.
Exactly.
That's what's going to be the problem, you know what I mean? So, and you can tell that probably in Cameroon will probably go all the way.
They'll go far. They have a good squad. I mean, they have Baleba in that squad
as well. Yeah, probably go all the way, you know. So we're gonna have a little bit of an issue there. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I was thinking, like a loan deal here and there, maybe just get a loan in. You never know, you know what I mean? Like even a Ruben Neves coming in or someone of that ilk.
Ruben Neves, I would agree, because I've been on about him for years. Like that he brings a bit of calm and control, and he's a bit aggressive as well for what we need in the midfield to give.
Is he Al Hilal? Is he Al Hilal?
Yes, he's at Al Hilal. Yeah. So
and even Tony, people underrate that player, you know.
No, that guy's still good. That guy's still good.
I wanted Ivan Toney in the summer.
That guy's
good, man. That guy is calm. That guy's a calm player. I mean, you know, I watched him during the Euros, man. The way he took that penalty, just like nonchalant, like, you know, just like whatever.
And he still does it.
And he still does it. And people say, "Oh, he played in Saudi." Man scored goals in the Premier League, you know, and they're using this sinister, obviously, accusation about him and stuff like that, isn't it? But I would have loved Tony. You know, I think he's been. They're playing him ahead of. They're playing Jared Bowen in England squad ahead of. Oh, I don't know.
Lads, I've got to do one because I've got.
All right, man. Look, listen, I'm going to wrap up the show anyway. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. You know, it's the first panel show. It went relatively good, didn't it? Yeah, it was not bad. You know what I mean? But thanks everyone for joining me. All the channels are in the description, by the way. So go and follow them. Go and follow everyone in the stream, guys. Great content every single day, man. Absolutely. Big up, everyone. Take it easy. And I'll see you tomorrow for Breaking Dawn, early in the morning, Breaking Dawn in 7 a.m. UK time. Yeah, so wake up for it. I'm in the UAE, by the way. That's why I have to do the 4 p.m. thing, but I would have done later. You know what I mean? That moment. So definitely. All right, guys. Take it easy. And,
in a bit.
Up the forest.